As you drive north up Interstate 5 in North County, you pass fields where strawberries are still being harvested and sold fresh to passers-by. It's here that an LA-based developer, Caruso affiliated, is planning to build a new outdoor mall anchored by Nordstrom on the south shore of the Agua Hedionda lagoon. Caruso Vice President Bryce Ross calls the project the 85-15 plan because 85% of the 200-acre property will be preserved as open space. The strawberry fields will be moved and there'll be public trails and viewpoints.
These renderings that are in front of you show what the public access will look like when the plan is brought to fruition. You can see that there's a post and rail fence that borders the trail on either side.
The developer has done a great deal of public outreach, with meetings showing watercolours of how the open space will look. And last month, the project presented the city with more than 20,000 signatures from residents supporting a citizens' initiative to vote on the 85-15 specific plan. Standing on the north side of the lagoon, environmental advocate Diane Nygaard says many people have no idea what they were signing when they put their names on the initiative.
People signed the petition thinking that they were saving the strawberry fields. They have done that time and time again over the years. What the signature gatherers forgot to tell them is that there's a 585,000 square foot shopping center attached to what they thought was saving the strawberry fields. They didn't mention that. And
Nygaard questions what will be included in the 85% of the land defined as open space.
But that open space includes a 25-foot tall restaurant. It includes produce markets and includes 2.5 acres of parking lot to serve the shopping center. Somehow we don't think that really counts as open space. We think that's a commercial operation.
Ross says Caruso's open space includes a farm-to-table market and goes well beyond state and local requirements for open space. The developer has fewer details of the 15% of the land to be developed. Ross says the development will reflect what the company knows Carlsbad residents want, based on 3 years of community outreach.
Something that's really unique that represents what Carlsbad is all about. A great place to spend time with friends and family, low buildings, great character, a lot of community events for the community to come together, like movies in the park, concerts in the park, Mommy and Me, yoga in the park. We're really all about creating an environment for the community to come together.
The developer, Caruso affiliated, is focusing on the 85% of the property to be preserved as open space and avoiding very specific details about the 15% of the property that will actually be developed. And by collecting enough signatures for a citizens' initiative, he's avoiding the rigorous overview of the California Environmental Quality Act. Environmental attorney Livia Borak says the California Supreme Court ruled last year that an ordinance passed by a citizens' initiative is not subject to review under the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA. Till now, she says, CEQA review has been a stringent litmus test for new development that can take more than a year to complete.
For years, for decades, developers have been trying to figure out ways to avoid doing that. It costs money to change a project. It costs money to do mitigation measures. So I think now that there's this loophole for developers, and now that the Supreme Court has made clear that it's available, that's why more and more people are going to be trying to take advantage of it.
Caruso's Bryce Ross says it's true that if the Citizens' Initiative is approved, the Carlsbad development is exempt from CEQA review. However, he says the developer has prepared 4,300 pages of its own environmental analysis of the plan that the Carlsbad city staff are now reviewing. Once the project is voted on, if it's approved, it cannot be changed.
However, Caruso affiliated being a company that's so focused on delivering to the community exactly what they want, we can voluntarily do all sorts of things to make sure that the ultimate plan is consistent with what the community wants to see.
But Nygaard is not reassured that the developer, but not the city, can make changes to the plan after it's approved.
It's Caruso's way or the highway. No opportunity for any of the normal give and take that really makes the project a better fit with the community.
Nygaard says for developers it's cheaper to pay as much as $20 a signature for a citizens' initiative than to go through a CEQA review. Now she says the ball is in Carlsbad's court. The city must choose whether to approve the Agua Hedionda Lagoon 85-15 initiative outright or put it on the ballot. If it chooses the public vote, the city, not the developer, would foot the bill for the special election. The Carlsbad City Council is likely to vote later this month. Alison St. John, KPBS News.